Good morning, Mr. McQueen. I just want to start by acknowledging your success and congratulating you on getting sober and wanting to be a healthier man for your family and your children. Can you kind of discuss some of your earlier attempts to get sober?
Well, I was hooked on opiates, pills. I was taking like maybe 100 pills every 3 to 4 days. I spent like $150,000 in 3 months, and I would try to quit, and the pain in my legs and my back aching, sweating, like I would go to try to go to sleep. I'd wake up in an hour's time, the bed would be soaked with sweat, and then I'd have to go right back over the same way, go buy pills to get out if I hurting and stuff.
So what makes this time different?
Well, I got signed up on the Vivitrol shot. I went to SAMAT at the Rotary Farm, and I was offered the shot to try to come off pills and stuff.
So what motivated you this time?
My family, my mom and dad, especially my mom and dad, and my wife, and just being sober for a change, because I was strung out for like 5 or 6 years on drugs, pills and stuff. And my mom and dad, I want to live for them and my family.
What provided the drive to stick to your recovery plan?
Just want to be sober and make money, because at least I don't have to look over my shoulder now. If the law's coming after me or anybody, I can stay straight and don't have to worry about nothing no more. Just living a sober life.
And what prompted you to take the Vivitrol shot?
Well, I went to SAP at LaGrange, and they offered it to everybody there. And they started me on the injection 3 months before I made parole, and I kept on it.
Tell me a little bit about the discussion that you had with your family before you decided to take the injection.
Well, like 6 months before my parole date come up, they called the ones that signed up, came to like a pre-release thing for Vivitrol, and they showed film on it at the SAP program at LaGrange, and then I signed up. I talked to my mom and dad about it, and they think whatever they were supportive of me, whatever I want to do, 100%.
Was there anything about the Vivitrol shot that you found interesting or different from other forms of treatment?
Well, they said it took care of all the cravings that you around pills and stuff.
And just kind of give me a little bit more information about that discussion with your family. I'm kind of interested how those discussions take place.
We just talked about where I was on drugs and stuff, and they say that if you took the Vivitrol, that you'd have no cravings whatsoever. It'd keep you off pills and stuff.
Aside from your commitment to the Vivitrol injection, what are some of the other tools that you use to stay sober?
Well, I stay around positive people, and got rid of the old friends that I used to have, and got new friends that's positive and just don't want me for money and drugs. Now I'm around positive people that don't have to worry about nothing.
So you've got a good support system.
Yeah, support system, yeah.
Is there anyone else maybe in the community that you look up to or go to for help when you need it?
My boss, Robert Goforth, he when I first got out of prison, he gave me an opportunity to work, and I started working for him. And my probation officer, Riggs, I can ask him for anything too, and he's always there for me.
So you're finding that same support once you're in the community?
Yes.
Tell a little bit about how your life has changed for the better.
Well, got the best job I've ever had since I've been, when I was high, I was spending every dollar I had, and always waking up the next morning looking for a fix. Now I don't have to worry about nothing. I know I got my pocket full of money, and got a wife and kids and everything now. We go places, we do things, and don't have to worry about being broke.
And what kind of work do you do?
I farm.
And you work on the farm with cattle?
Yes.
What do you think who is most proud of you?
My parents and my wife too, because she's always said, anytime I've ever had a problem, she said, I'm always here for you. You can tell me anything.
So I'm kind of curious, have you experienced any type of side effects or cravings or anything like that from the Vivitrol?
No, when I got out of prison, I went to a halfway house, and pills was all over the place, and it was offered to me the day I got there, not an hour. And I just walked right on by and I don't even care about people or nothing no more.
What would you say to someone who may be considering the Vivitrol injection?
If you want to straighten up and live a good life, Vivitrol is the shot to take because you never want for nothing. I mean, you never have no cravings or nothing. It worked for me 100%.
What are some of the benefits from your experience?
Making money and living a good life.
Are there anything that you've learned from this experience?
Yeah, not to do drugs no more, that's for one thing. And what time I was in prison, I was locked up for 5 years. I left all my family and didn't have them around or nothing. And here I was in a jail cell and no family whatsoever, just talk to them through a glass and on the phone. Now I can do anything with them and go places with them.
Is there anything that you would like to say to someone that might be struggling with the decision to take Vivitrol?
Vivitrol works 100%. I'm a firm believer in it.
Has the injections played a role in you being more sure of yourself or confident in any
Yeah,
way?
because when I was high, I just could take one pill and there I'd be, ready to go. Now I know how my head's straight. I got a good head on my shoulder, and I can make my own decisions and do what I want to do.
Are you finding that people seem to trust you more in the community? And
Yes, they see how I work hard and how I'm doing, and everybody's talking now how I've changed and hope that I do good and everything in the community.
so before, you found it difficult to ask for help.
Yes, I didn't know where to turn to because I'd get high and go to my house and stay by myself and was ashamed of people knowing that I was on pills because I was always against it. And I got started on pills after an operation. And there I'd be ashamed to tell anybody I was on pills. I was just like a loner.
Your family, a lot of people know your family in the community you live
Yes.
in, so that made it a little bit harder too, didn't
Yes.
it? Is there anything else you would like to say to someone maybe that might be thinking about the Vivitrol injection?
If you want to stay straight and to live a good life, I'd recommend 100% Vivitrol shot because it does work. I'm a firm believer in it.
I just want to thank you for coming here today, and very proud of you and where you've come.
Thank you too. Good.